just like that, we are back to where we started, but it is only just the beginning of the story, because where we left off yesterday, we were trying to find a rear hub drive for the passenger side wheel that left us stranded at that gas station in Akron, Ohio. We did a lot of looking. We could not source one locally or semi-locally to Akron or available between there and Minnesota, but what we did find is that a friend of ours, Greg Schmidt from Paradigm Automotive, apparently has one or sourced one in hand in Brainerd, where we're going for this weekend's triple track shootout. We drove pretty late last night. We ended up stopping around 3 in the morning around Racine, Wisconsin, and we're going to drive the rest of the way now. It's around 2:30, 3 o'clock at this point in the afternoon. Got a little bit of a shut-eye at the hotel. I'm going to hop back in the Corvette. He's going to hop in the truck, and we're going to tow all the way to Brainerd, meet Greg at Paradigm, pick up the part, hopefully install it right there. And I think the Cutlass is going to be good to go for the weekend. So things fell apart in a bad way. We had to tow it up onto the trailer just like it is right now, tow it all the way home. But this is a good halfway point. We're kind of getting refreshed, ready to go for the rest of the weekend. We're gonna have some fun at Brainerd International Raceway. So let's hop in the Corvette, put some miles on the car, and we'll see you guys in Brainerd. All right, so we made it all the way to Brainerd, and we're at Paradigm Automotive right now. It's one of Cody's buddies. And what they have here is an extra drive flange, or a drive hub, I guess it would be. And this should work. We'll see. We're gonna test it out right now on the trailer before we unload and do absolutely anything. But
what the hell idiot thought that was gonna work?
So what we did, I don't recall filming kind of the end of this, but what we ended up doing after trying to jam some material in there to cause friction, that failed. Realized we had a tap and die set, so we tried to put jam bolts all around this thing, and you know, the idea was good, but as soon as we started driving, it sheared instantly. It made it like 1 foot after we were in the car. I mean, he even tried to drive it a little bit before we loaded it back up. It seemed fine, but you try and roll it any farther, it sheared. We're kind of in the same situation, so we'll see if this fits here in a little bit. All right, the new drive flange works. Semi-tight fit.
Oh, shit. We better check if it fits the wheel here. That's going to be the other issue.
We're trying to make sure it'll fit inside. I think I can fit it, huh? Is that a hub ring?
Yeah, it doesn't fit. We need to turn this down a little bit.
Okay.
Yep. All right, cool.
Okay,
that's,
so luckily with what's found, we're kind of in the right place. So we'll probably head into the shop and see if we can turn down the flange surface and then the hub a little bit too. So I'll show you guys what we're talking about inside. So he's going to take down this hub here a little bit so the wheel fits better, but otherwise should be fine beyond that.
So what we're doing right now is we are changing the angle of the cutting bit. So if this has any run out, or it might be, since it's a used part, if it's deflected or anything, we're not going to run the tooling into that. So we're just bringing the tool out a little bit so we can make sure we get all the way down. Mm-hmm. Cody's old part that we have over there that it's stripped and such, he had already machined down for his wheel, and I know a lot of racers around here in Brainerd, so
yeah.
When Cody got a hold of me yesterday.
Yeah, you're a staple around here for sure. I'll maybe peek at the car later when we're done. I'll show you, but anyway,
so,
yeah.
I reached out to some of the dirt track racers I know that have these style parts, and was able to find something for them. So
yeah.
It's a used part off of a dirt track car, and we're going to turn it down so that way it'll fit the inside of the hub of the wheel there.
Yeah.
So we have like I think 400 thousandths to cut off of it or something, so we'll do that and
cool.
Get them back out there.
Yeah, no big deal.
We only came across 5 states for this part.
Right. Yeah, we could have potentially had one at the Summit store, but Summit at that location had 0. It just so happened we were able to go all the way to Brainerd, literally here anyway. And here at Paradigm, Greg knew a guy that had one. We ended up being resourceful, and he found one. So this worked out as good as it could have for a super bad situation.
So you said yours it was what? 275.
275 is what you've measured.
Okay. I have 250 thou take off. on there. So for people that are probably, you know, watching or learning or anything, on my YouTube channel, I teach people stuff and at least explain things.
Yeah, what's your YouTube channel? I was gonna ask you when we were done.
Yeah,
what is it?
I've got.
You must have.
It's upside down over there, but Bad Influence Garage on YouTube.
I'll get it by the car here. I see it on the wall.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll get her.
So we do a lot of teaching and everything on there. So if we're cutting on the lathe and we need to take 250 thousandths off, that's going to equal 125 thou moving in to cut it. Because when you cut, say, 5 thousandths off here, it's also taking it off on the other side while it's round.
Oh, well,
yes,
math, right?
The math on that. So
okay. You got me there. I had to think about it.
Exactly. So when if I say something like for Cody earlier, I was like, well, that's going to be 200. He's like, I think it's 400, and we were saying the same thing but in different ways.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Because if you follow the circle, you take material off of one side while it's spinning, it also does it on the other. So he's going to keep milling away on that. I'll show you. He's got a YouTube channel. He also does a race program here at Brainerd International Raceway. He's a big race guy, and he's, I would say, a staple of the area. So if you want to check out his YouTube channel, definitely go to Bad Influence Garage. He's got a lot of info on there, and they go all over the place with this Camaro here. And this thing is bad. Check it out. Big twins. Maybe he'll give us a quick rundown on it or whatever, but this thing makes some steam. Greg's still machining away on it over there. We'll catch up and see how it's going, and hopefully it won't take too long. We'll get her fitted up and we'll get out of here.
Can I have a couple of them then?
Well, yeah, I give you a couple of small ones. I mean, if you need a big one, I'll give you. So here, take this actually to give yourself a fighting chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Extreme pressure lube.
Yeah.
What do you know about extreme pressure lube, Cody?
It's for when things fit really tight and they got some horsepower and torque behind them.
That's right. Horse pressure lube. All right.
You might not want that on
No. He's lubing up the drive or the splined area now, and hopefully it'll fit back together on the wheel. We'll fit over it, and at that point we're pretty much good because it's drilled for your bolt pattern, right? Already.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be perfect. The flange is a little thicker, so the wheel will come out just a skosh. But we'll know more when we take a peek at it, I think, and see how it's going to fit up.
Because it was going to be, yeah, we got to try to frickin' find a machine shop to do it.
Yeah. It's funny because you can do it. You know what I mean? Like that's what you do. So yeah, at the end of the day, it works out that that fits nice.
Yep, it's all
okay.
on there.
This is a good start. We'll see how she sits. Now, the trunk is completely full of stuff right now, so it's going to be closer than in reality. What does it lose? Maybe like half inch?
Oh yeah, probably
like,
a 3/4 inch of
yeah, I was like somewhere in there. So this will be dramatic, but it'd be like when the suspension's really loaded at the end of the day. So it'll give us a good idea of what it'll fit up like when it's down.
Yeah, normally a full suspension movement will tuck rim.
Oh, okay.
So we need to make sure that we have clearance going up into the fender.
Yep.
All I'm worried about is this lip on the outside cutting the edge of the tire. So
yeah,
as long as we clear, we're in good shape.
Sticks out.
Yeah.
That'll be a big pull.
Yeah, well, see, so the thing is as the suspension moves, this tire's actually going to go tip inboard.
Yeah.
As it comes down.
That's because of the rear suspension on this. It's different than a factory type configuration. Oh yeah, that might do it. Yeah, that's close.
I probably left these shocks turned up, so let's turn them down.
Basically, he's trying to simulate suspension travel by pulling the car down. That clears. I mean, it's right there.
I think it'll go.
I think so too, especially with less weight in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sitting low to start. That's really close.
I didn't count the clicks.
But again, that's something you really don't want to find out at speed if it's going to cut a tire. So.
Yeah, well, if anything, it'll rub. We might lose the lettering off the side, but
yeah, it looks pretty good at the end of the day. Someone's gonna have a fender roller there. You know what I mean? If we really wanted to get real about it.
Do you know how many? I've fender rolled the crap out of this already.
Well, if you look at the side profile, obviously out. So,
Yeah, I also
there
then
ain't a lot
cut
left there.
slots in the factory body panel up here and hammered them flat to push it out even more. There's been plenty of stretching on this.
But more than meets the eye here, that's what's going on. So at the end of the day, race car stuff, and he's doing race car stuff. So looks like it's gonna work. I think that's probably about it for this segment, and we'll pick up with you guys in the next part of the video.
I really appreciate it.
I've been there. I've done it. I mean, I've traveled, you know, down to Georgia to go racing and so like, I get it. Ain't no biggie on there, but yeah, no, go out there and have fun. And you guys are doing triple track?
Yeah. So as long as I don't break nothing on the drag launch, which it should be tougher than the other side now at this point.
Yeah. So
Don't worry about the other side. Yeah.
You know, honestly, when I took it apart in the parking lot. The other side looks perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that side was eaten up like it dried
All it
out.
takes is to get a little bit of something in there, it'll start eating it up, and then it's just gonna keep going.
Yeah,
once it
so
starts going
I don't
on
know,
there.
and it's and I know that from welding the brake caliper brackets on it towed out, and that side's a little more than the other side, and it's probably just too much for the combination.
Yeah, we just did an alignment for a. There you go.
Cool. Yeah, thanks for all the help, man.
Hey,
No problem.
thank you so much.
Good luck.
Nice to meet you.
Good meeting you.
Have fun.
Oh yeah,
My
lots
eyes are watering. I'm leaving.
That's why I said, yeah, when I'm doing that, like you can tell it's just got a ton
Oh, yeah.
of fuel in there.
I walk in, I'm like, I'm crying.
Yeah. But no,
Good.
yeah, we do get the warm up going, and we.
There you go, all done at Paradigm Automotive. He's gonna keep tuning on his car, and we are headed to the track. So we will see you guys at BIR. All right, it is today Friday.
It is technically still Friday for another 20 minutes.
It is technically Friday for another 20 minutes, and these guys enlightened me to do a little game called Nails. So what you get yourself is a stump, and what you do is try and not bleed. That's my best understanding, and so far we're successful. Okay, so there's 3 of us, there's 3 nails, and what you do is you try and pound your opponent's nails in with that by spinning and catching the hammer. But
Everyone thinks hammerschlagen, which is pounding your own tiny little nail. These are really big nails that you pound to your everyone else's
these are
nail in.
these are 20 penny nails. These are legit nails. This is not.
We've used pole barn spikes before that were ribbed that took a lot of effort. Like if you had a solid hit, they moved about that far. So
Well, that'd be
They're actually kind of hard to find though. You have to spin the hammer to earn your strikes. That would be 1 hit. Under the leg would be 2. Behind the back would be 3. Or if you're a brave person or just a carpenter or roofer, if you want to do multiples in front of you, as long as you don't kill anybody and actually catch it with a minimum 2 fingers on the rubber. All right.
I'm new to the
Start
game.
this out.
Ross is starting right now, so let's see what happens.
All right, there's 3. There's also no aiming in the strictest sense of the word, so, you know, whatever that's worth.
All right, go behind the back again.
and a fail.
I missed it.
It was a valiant effort, though.
I'll trade you.
All right. All right, Cody. Under the leg, going for the safer under the leg. Oh, can't straighten it mid-turn,
So I
though.
can't straighten it mid-turn, so I have to pick a different option. I can either go at it at an angle, which maybe I'll try. Ooh,
Ooh.
this is a good
Got her
one
in
too.
there.
Worked out for you.
That's a good one too.
Do the traditional triple behind the back.
Yeah, that's 3.
Oh,
Wow,
dang,
wow.
that one disappeared.
Oh, couldn't
Gee.
quite finish yet, Cody.
Easy.
So Brian's eliminated now.
Yep. So when
My
your
wife's
nail's
gonna
gone,
watch this. Easy, buddy.
the rule is if you can still get a fingernail under it, it's good to go. Obviously, Brian's is gone. It's down there.
Yep, that's
So-
all she
So
wrote
as
for that.
long as you
Below
get a
the
fingernail
surface.
underneath the head, that's still in.
You forgot to straighten it.
It worked out last time.
There it is.
Can you get
What
a
do you think?
fingernail
Yeah,
under
you
it?
can. You totally can.
I can't.
not. Okay.
Maybe you can, but
No.
I don't. I can't. I'd say that's game.
I'm a biased observer.
Ha!
All right, Cody
And
wins.
just like that, Cody's the winner. That's the game of nails.
So, if you want to get drunk with your friends, you
Yeah.
males.
Nobody's bleeding. At the end of the day, everybody's a winner if this is how it goes. So that's fun. We're gonna keep playing, and that's about wrap it tonight. We'll see you guys in the morning. All right, so it is now Saturday, and what we're doing is Cody's getting checked in for drag racing. He's doing a triple track shootout, which means he's going to drag race, standing start on the competition course, and autocross. So drag race and autocross today. So he's gonna pop the hood off real quick. They're gonna check it over, tech it, and then go over to the grid and get ready to drag race.
Or yeah, for Cody, thank you. Excuse me. The speed in the cross line 123.
So they're working on the car right now. We just watched it pass in Nick's Cobra, and he broke off his axle shaft here. This is a factory Cobra shaft, and he's had it in the car since new. Hey, what does the car run? 10, 50, 30? What does it run?
Average at 10.5.
Yeah, okay, I was trying to remember.
My best is 10.3.
So you were saying his best was a 10.30, but he averages about a 10.5. So look at how beefy these shafts are here.
Mine's a little bit, so it's kind of going in like a pain.
Hit it with your purse, it'll go in there.
Must be a great photo.
Use the nut to pull the axle through. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Gotta love race cars, man.
Well, yeah, it gets cheaper the faster you go. That's what everyone says.
Yeah. I wish that was the case.
Right. So if you guys haven't seen this before, we did a video with Nick. How many years ago was that? Like probably three?
3 or 4 years ago now.
3 or 4 years ago, he did a video on his Cobra. That's how he and I met. It was totally through the internet, but been running into him at Brainerd ever since. So we ended up running into each other at these events and power crews usually. So he's fixing on the car, and you're done racing?
Yeah, there's no point in racing because this axle's gonna snap immediately.
Yeah. I showed a clip of the axle up there, and it almost looks twice as thick, like the axle shaft.
Yeah.
It's like close.
Oh yeah, comparing this one to the stock one, this one is so much weaker. Come on. Give it to me.
Yeah, there's a replacement axle shaft, and it's for Cobra. It's like the accident gave one for a Mustang, or GT. So
Yeah, time to actually get some proper upgraded units.
you go to like a drive shaft shop type
I
thing,
think
G-Force.
G-Force.
Yeah.
The ones I'm looking at are $2,200, so I gotta sell. I got some
For 2 axles.
Yeah, I got some
Oh my
NOS
God.
shoebox quarter panels at home, and they're worth probably $1,200 to $1,500 a piece.
Okay.
I got 3 of them, so once
my
I sell
God.
those,
Still, dude,
money's
that
going
is-
straight to this thing.
There you have it. With these sticky tires on a stick car, stuff happens, especially with that kind of power and torque on a track. So at the end of the day, car will be up and running, but he's gonna put better axles in it. Looks like Simon's not doing a burnout. Derek got a little one in. But we'll see what he's got here. It's to our buddies, so it'll be a fun race to watch. Woo! 1197 at 125. Oh, the camera went to sleep. It didn't come back this time. It's Sunday. We are pretty much wrapped up here in Brainerd. Cody's gonna stick around and do his triple track shootout road course portion of it, but Ross and I are taking off. We had a fun week. a lot of people zipping around already. Adios. See ya. Would you do it again?
Yeah.
And do you have a favorite part?
I mean, grid life is always a highlight. But,
Yeah.
you know, Autocross week was the new and exciting thing, I guess. And
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. It's a disappointment we didn't get to finish it out. But,
Yep.
you know, it worked out for the best because we couldn't find a part there and we had one lined up here and we got to take our time getting back instead of rushing through the night like we were thinking we were
agreed.
going to have to.
We were gonna end up driving like pretty much the entire night from Friday, or
Yeah.
Friday night. Try and be here by like 11 Saturday,
morning, and
which
make
that's
tech.
how long the drive is. So hopefully make tech, which is it's kind of crazy. So at the end of the day, it was probably better that it worked out this way because that could have been real tough.
Yeah.
And then you'd have been up all night, there's no sleep.
Yeah,
you patch
very
nap
little as we switched off driving.
yeah.
So.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, it worked out where, you know what, it was pretty hectic, especially after the car broke, but then, you know, we got in the truck and just like coming back, and you know what, it kind of just relaxed the mood of the whole finishing of this week.
It totally did. This weekend, it felt more like a normal Brainerd weekend.
Yeah.
You could, like, going into it, it's kind of relaxing. You know,
I mean, I was a little more tired, so I wasn't staying up as late partying.
yeah. Well, we played a game of nails many times, which was fun. So I learned a new game. The Cutlass is about to go back on track. He had a little practice session this morning. He's going to go back out in a little bit, but that's pretty much where we're going to end off today's video. And I think we'll do it again next year, Autocross week.
Yeah,
You
if
think
the dates
if it
line
works
up,
out?
I mean, why it happened this year was it was just the dates lined up, and it was kind of a, oh,
Yeah.
that's neat, ha ha ha,
No.
I can do this. And then I got serious about it a week later. I'm
Right.
like, hey, wait, I can do this.
I can actually do this. Well, yeah, that's it.
You know what's surprising?
Yeah.
We aren't the only ones that were marathoning.
No, yeah, there's actually quite a few people just going elsewhere.
Yeah, a bunch of the autocross guys, like some of them were running freaking events both last weekend and this weekend for autocross down the area.
Yep.
But then, yeah, the guy with the yellow Mustang, he was, it's not his at a track right now. Or
Right,
had a video
right.
talking about he was doing 8 days of
Sure.
something or whatever.
Same type of well,
Yeah.
Shader was doing the same thing. He just missed.
Yeah.
We met him in like Pennsylvania or wherever we were at.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania.
We
It's
live
like,
only a couple hours from here in Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, he's the real MVP. He drove that
he
thing
is.
all the
Yep.
way there, ran Autocross week, and then
I should show
drove
him
it
the
up
interior
here.
really quick. He drove this car all the way from Minnesota to Autocross week and back because we're back farther north of where he lives. So like from where he started, it's farther. I don't know.
And he
It's locked.
also ran event. He ran Autocross yesterday, and he's doing the standing start this afternoon.
The car is gutted, so there's no armrest, no nothing. He drove it the whole way. Almost killed Cody running it out of fuel when the car was broke down in Akron.
Yeah, he was nice enough to give me a ride back to the truck and trailer so I could get it. And when we left Akron, it had like an 1/8 tank of fuel. He's like, we'll make it. And then, like, I just kind of reminded him because he was telling me about how far he drove with it being empty. And we stopped at like the last service plaza thing.
Yep.
And it's a 12-gallon tank in that car, and he put in 11.91 something. And it was like, we almost ran out of gas.
Right.
Getting back to the truck and trailer too.
Any other time it would have been like kind of funny, but at that point, after everything had happened, you'd be like, oh my God. Yeah. He's like jumping on your nerves almost. Like, Chater, what are you doing? But anyway, that's a wrap. That's the end of the video. And we'll catch up with you guys regular track content and working on cars and whatever in the next upload. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.